undefined. This one right here was, whenever it's x minus or x equals, that can be undefined automatically.
Let me teach you a little trick on that.
Okay.
And to be honest, I learned this from my daughter.
Really?
Because she's taking, I learned this last year when she took algebra in her class. And it's funny, I'm like, she wrote that on her paper. She said, "Mommy, have you ever heard of Horry Bucks?" And I'm like, what in the world is that? But it's a pretty cool little thing. Because if I gave you y equals 2,
Okay.
a lot of times students think that they can't ever remember, is that horizontal, is it vertical, or what is it?
It's this way.
It's horizontal.
Yeah.
Because you want to cross y equals 2.
Mm-hmm.
And y is always going to be 2, so it's, the h stands for horizontal, and this stands for y,
Mm-hmm.
and this is your slope. So a y has a slope of 0. So the h tells you it's horizontal, and this tells you if it was y equals 2 or whatever, okay? So if we do the bucks, so let's say we had x equals -3, it's going to be vertical,
Okay.
and it's undefined. The u stands for undefined, and that's your slope. So slope equals 0, and this one would be undefined. So x equals -3 would be here, and it would go that way.
Well, that's pretty cool.
I
I never thought about that.
I never thought of it, but I thought, okay, and ever since I learned, I learn from y'all all the time, or I learn from my daughter, because it's funny, because I had her algebra teacher as a developmental student. And it's funny to see how she taught things that was how I taught things, and but that was something that then since she taught me.
Why does y have a slope, but never an x?
Because, let's say good question. All right, if you have, let's say this was here, and I'll make that 2. So the point here would be 0, 2, right? So let's pick another point. Let's pick this point right there, which is also 2, 0, or 2, 2, 2.
Mm-hmm.
Because y is always going to be 2 no matter what x is.
Yes.
Okay. So if you put it in your formula, which is, you will have to memorize the 2 formulas that you had to memorize for chapter 3 or
The y 2 minus y 1?
correct.
Okay.
So if we did that, so you have 2 minus 2 over 2 minus 0. So this is going to be 0 over 2, which is 0.
That's why?
Right.
Okay.
Because it's always 0. Because and another little trick here I'll teach you. You have 0 over 2, that one is okay, and it equals 0. If you have 2 over 0, that is a no, and it's undefined.
Okay.
Just kind of little
Okay,
tricks.
so as long as the denominator is not
0. Right.
okay. All right.
That's what. So if this one, if we did the x,
Mm-hmm.
so what we had x equals -3. Okay. So that was going to be -3, 0, and let's pick another point. Let's say -3, 1, and we put that in the formula.
Mm-hmm.
I always have to write mine up here. I have 1 minus 0, and then I'd have -3 minus 3, which is going to give me 1 over 0. So that's
Okay.
why the x is undefined and the y is 0.
All right. I have a question on midterm though.
Okay?
Maybe
Yeah.
I just did it right, but in high school, the way they taught us to do slope, whenever you have a graph in front of you, to count.
Yeah, that's fine.
I counted 6. You said 5. I don't understand. Because you're going 1, 2, 3. Okay, maybe that's why. I counted backwards. I just can't count. Maybe that's what it is.
Okay. Find the slope. So you rose 2 and you ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. You don't count the one you
Okay,
start.
what
That's what she does, yeah,
Okay,
So, you rose 2 and you ran 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
okay. See, it's small stuff like that that I did throughout the whole thing. Yeah, I didn't do too high. I didn't do too good.
Okay. If you want, we could just go through this. I can turn the camera off and we can just finish going through this if you're good with everything else.
Yeah, I think that's fun. That's fun.
Well, class, again, you've heard Miss Country Brown here. And I made many mistakes tonight, and I apologize, but study hard and good luck.